Hello, everyone, and welcome to my happy place. I hope it becomes yours as well. Hello, my crafty friends. So, today we're going to work on the signatures for the sewing journal that I'm working on. And right now, I'd picked out a bunch of papers. Most of them are sewing related-ish. There's some like fillers, some more, blank things in there as well, but most of them have to do with sewing in some way or another. They're all stuff I've been kind of curating to put in this journal. I decided to do 3 signatures at this point. So I kind of tried to make sure I had 3 of each type of item. And so I'm just folding them all in half because that will be the size for the pages for my journal. They'll be half of a letter size paper or smaller. And I had some printables, that were smaller. There's a couple pages that I ended up having to put together to make one page, which was fine. Some I'll have to fold back, or I'll want to fold back to make pockets, etc. So I'm just kind of folding those and getting them all in order the best I can. This is kind of usually a process I go through when I'm starting to get signatures together. This particular book, I'm going to not sew the signatures in, so that's going to be a little bit different. This page I love. I'm trying to figure out how to get it in there without making it look too odd because it's not really meant to be that angle. So I just folded it, and I decided to use some coffee dyed paper as well. I hadn't pulled that to be put in there, but I decided it needed some. Now I'm just going through and I'm making 3 piles and separating the signatures. And since I folded them, they're pretty much in order. So I'm doing that. And some of those pages are from a sewing book. Like how to sew and how to do this, how to make darts, how to hem, that kind of thing that I happened to find at Goodwill a while ago. So I took it apart and I've been using it in different things, but the majority of it I had saved for this journal. So, and here the pages got kind of out of sorts because I was figuring them different earlier. So I'm just kind of getting that straightened out. There's a page I decided not to use eventually, that one there, yeah, and got them all separated. Now we're going to put them together, kind of put them into some kind of order. What I usually do is try to do a page of interest and then a page that I find not as interesting. And because I'm not going to sew these in, I'm not real concerned about which way they're facing right now. I'm just trying to get them into some kind of an order. When I get them put into the journal and once I start decorating them, then I'll worry more about which way they're facing. And I'll probably be turning some of them a different way, just to kind of... But once I do the first one, then the rest of them are easy because they kind of follow suit. I kind of try to do them the same way. Now I was checking just to make sure it's going to fit in there okay. And I took a clip and just stuck it together to make sure. And the outside page, I usually try to make sure that it's interesting along with the inside. The very center page, I try to make sure that it's pretty interesting too. So, something that would draw your eye. But other than that, the signatures are almost identical, just different pages, but same types of pages for the 3 signatures. I didn't know at this point that I wasn't going to sew them in and that I was going to do them with an elastic enclosure. But it works out for the better doing it that way, because even though I divided these into 3 signatures, I'm going to end up putting them into one huge signature when I put them in there under the elastic. So then I kind of just open them each one up in the middle and pile them together and slide them through. Now here I'm trying to alter this one because I want these 2 pages in there, and I know that they can't go in the way they are. They're not big enough. And so I don't want to really have to put washi tape on them. I did want to include that one part. It kind of tells about the sewing machine a little bit, which I thought was kind of interesting. I loved that picture. I found it in a magazine that was like about machines or something. I don't know. Some kind of science type book. And this page I love. That one actually came from Margaret 7 Plaza. That was one of her kits. I think that one's free on her Ko-Fi, if I'm not mistaken, because I looked to see if there were more, but there's only a couple pages of that kit. And then I'm sticking it in there, and I'm realizing it's still too long. Now I put it together, now it's way too long, so now something's got to give. So I thought, oh, I'll fold this and make it into some kind of a pocket, but I'm working on that, and it's just not really looking like I want it to look. I want to keep that tab on there because I like that, the idea of having that tab on there, kind of going to the next page. So I just keep fiddling with it and trying to figure out what's going to give, because definitely something has to go. And it's so pretty that I don't want anything to go, but I decide, oh, I'm going to take this center part out. I'm just going to cut it out, glue this part back together, and I'll use that center part somewhere else in the book as a belly band or a pocket or something. It's not going to go to waste, don't worry. And then I fold the end part of it over where her dress is a little bit, and now it fits in just fine. So see, it works out, which is another good reason to do kind of signatures like that. And here they are. They're all done. And I'm going to just stick them in the book and make sure they're all going to fit, see what the book's going to feel like, if it's thick enough, kind of. And it's going to be a little bit thicker than I anticipated. That's not going to bend over quite as much, but it's going to end up being fine. So we'll make it work. We'll work with what we've got, and it'll be just fine. And that's pretty much it this time. There'll be more videos to come for this sewing journal, so look for those. And until next time, take care. Thank you for watching Happy Place Crafting. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It means a whole lot.